Here we are again, friends. Curtis Robinson operating your favorite Reaper, and Reaper is got a Larval Tear. If you give the Larval Tear to Rennala, this crazy lady who's hugging an amber, what appears to be an amber womb, or there's a creature inside there. Maybe it's like a freaking bean or something she's growing. Needless to say, if you give her this thing, you can do a rebirth. And the rebirth is ultimately a respec of your character attributes. So here's why you might want to do that. If I go to my weapons, you'll see a lot of these weapons have an X. Okay, so the Reduvia dagger is one of the best daggers in the game. It's just a great dagger. I don't need to go into how great it is. You can Google all that. But you got to have 5 strength, 13 dexterity, and 13 arcane. You can see that into the attributes required. If you want to use that, you might need to change something, or you just keep leveling up until you fulfill that requirement. If you wanted to use that particular dagger and the Regalia of Eoshad, which is a really cool blade, again, you're looking at strength, dexterity, and arcane. So there is a build for the strength, dexterity, and arcane. And if you're not built for that, then you got to go back and you got to do a respec. So I've got some other weapons. This is an intelligence weapon. I'm not going to be an intelligence build. Skip that one. This one is an amazing, great sword. It will be big. It will be slow, but it will cut through armor like butter. So it's pretty cool. But you got to have 40 strength. If you want it to be nothing but strength and vitality and just wield this ginormous sword, you do the respec and so on and so forth. Here's a faith-based one. I'm not going to be faith-based, so you got to have 18 faith to use this super cool sword. Now, I do love the Nagakiba. I'm going to keep it. So at a minimum, when I go to do my respec, I better have 18 strength and 22 dexterity at a minimum. If you don't, you're going to be unable to use your favorite weapon. So kind of keep that in mind. And I'll tell you that you can use most of these strength dexterity weapons with more strength or more dexterity, and they will scale. In other words, they get better as you put more points into it, so on and so forth. So again, there's a couple of weapons. Again, I don't have 20 arc for this particular weapon. It's kind of an interesting, fringe weapon, but I'm not going to use it. So as we're going through, if you decide, again, you want to be faith-based and use the Winged Scythe, which is a great weapon. I've got a faith-based character that uses this. It's crazy powerful. It does great damage. A lot of fun. Some people a lot of things are immune to holy, so kind of keep that in mind. And then lastly, I've been playing around with these doggone claws. So you can see, oops, I thought I had them up. I don't. These are the claws, and when you look at them, they are totally cool. All right, so there they are. Kind of Wolverine in nature, Wolverine-ish. All right, if you like Marvel Comics, they're a lot of fun. And I thought, okay, if I want to use the claws, I've got these fitted with a really good Ash of War, and I usually put the Ash of War on there for Flames of the Red Mane, or there's a couple other ones that I've played around with. But they already do a little bit of blood loss, right? So go down here and let's take a look at these. I skipped right over, didn't I? There they are. The Clinging Bone. By the way, I found this 5 minutes ago. I went back to the round table. I got invaded by an AI character. They attacked me. I freaking cut him to bits with the Nagakiba, and I just went after him, and he wasn't terribly hard to fight. Didn't even use a potion. But then look at this thing. It's got an E in strength. That means it's not going to level up very well for strength. It's got a C in dexterity. You definitely want to make this a dexterity weapon. And it's got a D in arc, so you can put something in arc if you want. That's your arcane. But that is a dex weapon. If you look at this one, the Grafted Dragon, you must have 20 strength, 14 dexterity, and 16 faith. So again, do you want the 16 arc, or do you want the 16 faith? Both of them have a high dexterity requirement. This one has more strength, dex, and faith. This one has dex and really arc, and everybody starts with a minimum of 8 strength, so it's really that. Now I'm going to tell you that this Clinging Bone fist weapon is pretty cool, because you can hit somebody with it, and when you hit them, it'll paralyze them, then you can drain off some of their life to heal yourself. It's situational. It only works on humanoids, will not work on bosses, will not work on dragons, and so forth. So I'm kind of thinking it'd be fun to play with, but I don't know that I'm going to use that primarily. This, on the other hand, I want to use this. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I want to, you look at it, it's got Bear Witness. It grants a small dragon a fleeting glimpse of life and thrusts it into skyward, spewing forth flames over the wide frontward area. So again, it does a little AoE, which is pretty cool. If it's as fast and as cool as the claws, I would want to use that. If it's not as cool, Flames of the Redmane is going to be the answer. And guess what? I'm going to build another video where I try to get these buffed up, and I'm going to basically talk about these 3 fist weapons and kind of show you which one's better and for what reason and so forth. So be on the lookout for that. It might be a couple of days. I might get it done shortly, but it's going to take me time to get a ton of a ton of smithing stones to get these 2 up to +7. Now I'll tell you again, when it comes to hook claws, I love these. These are a lot of fun. I've done several videos. Look at my videos. By the way, make sure you like and share on Facebook if I do something cool. Like and share on YouTube. And then when all is said and done, man, subscribe so that I can keep building these videos, and it helps me out when you guys subscribe. All right, so let's kind of back away and let's take a look now. I made a list. I know I like the Nagakiba, the Reduvia Dagger, and the Regalia of Eoshad. And I played a little bit with these weapons before with other characters. Do I want to be a strength dex character? If I'm going to use a Nagakiba, automatically I need 18 strength and 22 dexterity. That's just the bottom line. So let's look at this. This is a strength scaling weapon. It does okay with dexterity, but it's better with strength. Interesting, isn't it? And if you put the Flame of the Redmane on it, which is what's on it right now, it does some extra fire damage, and I just love the fire damage. It's just great. It's a lot to think about. It means I need more strength to make this a better weapon, if that makes any sense to you. This one, if I use it, it's really a dex weapon. Look at that C rating versus the D rating for strength for the Nagakiba. So I need strength and dexterity. I'm definitely going to be able to use this because I'm going to have enough dexterity either way. Pretty cool, right? The Reduvia, I need the arc, and Regalia, I need the arc. So if I'm going to do strength, dexterity, and arcane, it really splits me 3 ways. It makes me a less specialized guy. It's a lot to think about. Then you may decide, you know what, I'd really like to use a strength bow. There's plenty of those out there. There's only 1 or 2 dexterity bows. Ironically, you would think you need more dexterity to use a bow. But most of the bows, particularly great bows, require strength. Kind of keep that in mind. And then when you look at I just have a regular short bow here. If you look at it, it scales equally with strength and dexterity at E level. Not very good. It's not a great bow. So kind of strength dex is going to be all your archers. This one's going to be strength dex. That makes sense. Archers can use the hook claws, long range, close range. And then again, if you want to do a faith, add faith, or you want to do arc, that's kind of the toss up. I really want to do this one, which means I'm going to be a faith based strength, dexterity, faith guy. I won't be able to use Reduvia Dagger, which is arc, or this. It's not the end of the world. I could make another character that does dexterity and arcane. I probably should. Most weapons like these greatswords are going to need strength, right? 31 strength is a minimum for that one. 40 strength for that one if you want to use the greatswords. I think probably the best sword in the game right now. Mid-game, I'm kind of in my, let's see here, go to my stats. I'm in my level 67. This is kind of mid-game. You're going to be up 150, 200 kind of late game. You might get up, I think the game goes to like 600-700 levels or something. It's just crazy. I heard that somewhere. I haven't experienced it, so I don't know. But what I will tell you guys is you got plenty of time to put more points into stuff. By the way, you can find more Larval Tears and you can respec and do something else. So what does that really mean for you and I, friends? I'm going to respec and I'm going to go strength, dexterity. And I really want to use that faith one. Which sucks because I'm not a faith-based guy, which also means I could use more incantations, but I'm not an incantation guy. I kind of just want to be strength dex, really. I really want to be pure strength dex. But I won't get to use the cooler weapons. Wow, such a hard decision. Let's talk to her.
Thou art thou knowest.
You click Rebirth, use Larval Tear, yes, and that is how you get it done. Friends, I'm not going to click my Larval Tear. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do some more research. I got to figure out what I'm really going to use maybe mid to late game and decide exactly what I want. It's a hard decision. Trying to respec and figure out stuff. By the way, if you have a lot of strength, it doesn't help you with your armor. You need endurance. So you're going to have to put some points into endurance as well. Guys, I'll catch up with you soon. Hang with me and have some fun playing the game. Make sure that you like and share on your social media channels. Make sure that you subscribe. And please hit the notification button. Take care, guys. Peace.